Love this girl.
I love you, babe.
I want everyone to know.
I think everyone knows.
I think everyone knows.
Yeah, he even grew his hair for me. I'm going to go this way, get some shade on my face. Really need to get some blinds.
All right. Welcome to another exciting
Actually,
episode.
Business expense. Sorry.
Well, it's, for a studio. Absolutely.
So, yes, welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun on our 19th of June, 2020.
That is the rightness.
Your manifesting questions answered live.
That's right, because dead sucks.
It does.
So
Go to FRENANDO.com.
That's right.
Subscribe to the 221 email list and you'll get
do
a
it.
pseudo-random email every day until either you or 20 dies.
That's right. Jumpin' Joe is here. Yo, Triple
Joe.
D, Alice,
There's lots of light streaming in.
Kim, I believe.
Kim, you believe?
I believe Kim is MM.
Oh, I see.
I get confused after
I
a
thought
while.
you meant, is it a Kim? And I was going to say, yes, Kim has arrived.
Boom.
And Alice has arrived. Alice.
That's
Hello.
Right.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right. Look at that. Cassidy's here. And more.
Hello, Cassidy.
Boom. That's
Yes.
right. Your question
Live
will be answered
action,
live
baby.
today. That's right.
And
Kim,
for
I thought
refunds, join our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
All right, everyone.
Cool.
So, oh my God, look at that. Look who's
Kim
here.
is in MM and DDD Fran and
DDD
DDD
Simi,
Simi.
DDD Joe.
Hello.
Oh my God, guys.
Yep.
Boom.
All right.
So, you guys that went in the August Triple D, let me know. I'll put you on the early bird list because it's almost, in
Full.
theory, full already. Hezza,
amazing.
welcome to the show. Nice to see you, buddy.
Hazza! Oh,
So-
no, I don't call you Hazza. I just call you Harry.
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 All right.
Cool.
So, Victoria.
Yes,
I think
We're gonna
you did
dive
it all.
in.
I think you did it all.
I have done it all.
Yeah, I've just been saying hi to people.
Yes.
Okay.
So, we're going to dive in with our first question
And Triple D Tony Doyle's here.
from Mandy. Hello, Tony.
Yo.
And MM Bennett.
Bennett is... Yes, not
Yes.
MM, but yes.
Yes.
Yes, I think.
Mandy asks, Mandy, manifesting paying off my loan. So this is
Boom.
interesting because we actually did a show on this. Was it yesterday even?
Yep. So we'll just do
Okay.
a quick recap on that.
But okay, Mandy asks, hi 2020 in Victoria. I recently purchased both the Feel It Real pack and the Create the State pack and loved both. My question is, I lack clarity on my single scene. I'm manifesting a specific amount of money to pay a loan, and I'm confused as to what my imaginal scene should be. The ones I have just don't feel right. Well, quit them if they don't feel right. Should I select counting the exact amount of money that I need, or should it be telling families or friends that my debt is paid? I'd love any advice or insight you can provide. By the way, it's a loan from a private person, not an institution, so a letter from a bank wouldn't be suitable.
Alrighty, guys. This is going to
Okay.
be good fun.
Yes.
So yesterday we talked about that. We talked about the big double O.
We did.
Cool. So you got to check out that show.
Yes.
That'll be something about manifesting money and eliminating debt, destroying debt or something. You'll find that at feelitrealfun.com shortly. Shortly.
I have a couple of things to put in just
Victoria,
off the bat.
how about if you go for it? Because we got a lot of cool Triple D and MM kids here that have come
We
in and
do.
joined, so I waved at
Okay.
y'all.
So one thing I'd like to say is firstly, manifesting a specific amount of money. We're not into specific. We're not into the specific person. We're not into a specific amount of money. It's like, what do you feel? And yesterday's show, yes, even Neville, like we were saying on the show, that the 0 zeros on the loan statement, we wouldn't even recommend that as a scene. For all of that, it wasn't a specific amount of money that he had in his head. It was the 0, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so
being
it's
debt-free.
Yeah, being debt-free. So, yeah, or whatever that implies for you. And the other, like counting the exact amount of money, like, I don't know that...
Not a fan.
I don't especially if it might be a couple of grand or something. Would you really sit down and count out, do you know what I mean, or transfer?
I'm the only human I know who has legally earned $50,000, $60,000 on his
dropping
person.
out of your front pocket.
Yeah, like literally, I had a lot of fun. Like I decided for a while, I'd just keep stashing money, and I had like tons of fucking little $10,000 stashes. Right, that was just fun. But generally speaking, I don't know of anyone who counts significant amounts of money. Right?
Yeah.
So if that's your business, if you like got a business on the side, you know, like
and
cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
But,
I guess maybe the person well, not a personal friend, but something like it's not an institution. Maybe you got to pay it back. So like under the
on the
so
sly.
maybe it is
Everybody
counted.
right on the sly, right on the sly,
and stuffed in an envelope and
sly.
Yes.
But, see, now here's the thing I notice. Okay, I'm manifesting money to pay a debt. Neville, in what we shared yesterday, the debt was paid.
Yes.
I saw double zeros done. Right,
Yeah.
there was the thing. So what would be different? Like it could be. Let's say the person that you owe money to their name is Bob.
Yeah, we'll just call him Bob.
Bob. And so whenever you see Bob coming down the street now, do you cringe?
Yeah,
Or do you see his like Bob packing heat? Yeah, does Bob have like two heavies with him to break your legs? You know, like you owe me money, asshole. I'm going to break your legs next time I see you, like that kind of thing. So if you had paid Bob off, right, and the next thing you see Bob walking down the street, you're not going, "Fuck, it's Bob," right? You're going, "Hey, Bob," and Bob's saying, "Hey, like I need to lend some money to someone since you paid me off," right? So what would actually be different in your life, right?
Yes.
Because I know, like one time I borrowed $1,000 off my father. Terms were paid back in a year, paid it back in 3 months. But I imagined not going to Thanksgiving dinner and thinking, "Fuck, man, like
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows he's gonna bring up the money, right? All that dumb shit." It's like, I remember him saying, like, "Are you sure?" I says, "Yeah, I'm sure." Yeah, I got it. I paid you. Right? I needed a short term. Right, so that's it. Marx says, "Piddle in the middle. You leave a puddle in the muddle." I'm gonna have to steal that.
I also saw Mark say he just joined and saw the latest comment was from Joe, something about strippers. And it was like, wow.
Yeah. Whoa, that got my attention.
Yeah. So
what to you would imagine, since it's a friend? I mean, like it's sort of like when the phone rings and I look and I go, "Oh, it's Bob."
Hang up.
yeah, we just tell Bob the phone died like 4 years ago and never charged it up, Bob. So there's where I would play. What to you would imply that there is no debt, right? Boom.
Simple.
Yeah. And maybe Bob comes into a big ass, like maybe Bob has a shagging buddy that gives him a ton of money. Right? And Bob calls you up and says, "Hey, you know,
feeling
like
generous.
I'm feeling generous. I mean, my old shagging buddy paid me off. I'm going to forgive your debt." So you don't know, right? So I just go to the whole thing of like when Bob comes to mind, or you see Bob walking down the street and Bob has a machete. Do you think Bob's coming for you?
A machete.
All right. I hope someone got some value out of that.
Well, one person laughed.
Yeah, we got one laugh. Boom.
Yeah.
All right. If you're having fun, let us know. Smash some love button. All right. We love the love.
And
button.
I did mention it as I read out, but that the ones I have don't feel right. If they don't feel right, they're not right.
By the way, yeah. Victoria.
Yeah, he's walking down with a machete and then he comes up and gives you a hug. Like, nah, they don't feel right.
I have never told anyone when I've paid off a debt. I've never told anyone when I've gone into debt. It's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy me a couple sets of golf clubs. Right? I don't even golf. What the fuck, man? Got me a new visor.
Keep them in my car. Yeah, right.
So like, telling someone, it doesn't really feel right to me. But the whole thing of like when Bob comes to mind, like, how do you react? It's like, oh, it's my friend Bob. I used to owe Bob money, right? Now Bob comes to me for payola. Whoa.
Payola?
Not paella.
Well, that's what I was thinking of.
That's right.
Paella from yesterday.
Yum.
Got to check actually in the cupboard if we've got paella rice.
All right.
Anyway. Excellent. Thank you, Mandy.
That was great.
That was great.
Let's see what other mischief we can get up to today.
The next question's from Fernando. Specific person manifesting. So we had a specific amount, now a specific person. Dear to TMB.
Fernando.
I just...
Who knows what band sung that better than me? Fernando.
Not that I actually didn't follow ABBA.
Type it in. Type in ABBA.
Right. Dear to TMB, I just got the Feel It Real Power Pack and I'm going through it. I probably will have to go through it a couple more times to pick up the golds.
Good idea.
Good one. Anyway, I've been reading articles on your site too, and I have a question about revising the past versus living in the end. To me, it seems they're both very powerful techniques, but which one is the better one to choose from?
I find them both fun. Which one can you have more fun with today? There's my question.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They're saying Abba. Thank you, Triple D, Fran. Thank you, Adelia.
Yeah, you're giving us a clue to your age, you guys.
Yeah. We can tell everybody that's older like us has good taste.
Yeah. I'm also working on manifesting a specific person. Should I revise a scene from the past and mould it such that it implies we're in a relationship? Sounding a little bit sneaky there for me, but anyway. Or should I construct a new scene that implies the wish fulfilled? Thank you for all you do.
Cool. It's never about them. It's always about you. Here's what I'd suggest. Like when it comes to relationships, really get into happy husband, happy loving wife, something like that. Like whatever you choose to be. Like, and it really comes down to that, because it's like if even when I was single, if I saw beautiful flowers, I appreciated the flowers. I very rarely bought myself flowers that I remember.
Oh, did you buy yourself some?
I remember at least twice.
Oh.
But considering I've bought you flowers more than twice.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So what I really like is the whole thing of how would you react to the world if you were happily married, for example. And that doesn't mean you tell people that you're happily married. That's a little bit schizo. But it's just a matter of if you come off as the kind of person who is great in a relationship, who you get to be in a relationship with, you will be in a relationship with. And it might be them, it might not be them. But the whole thing is, like, I always go back to, if I nail, happy, loving husband, guess what? Damn, I get to spend my life with her. Right? But if I make it her, her has to do this, her has to do that, her has to be this way, her has to be mine.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Her's not good at that.
No.
So, it makes her squirm. Right? So, Triple D Dave, boom. The people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones. Joe Weldon, you are just a massive amount of fascinating information for me. But I did.
Why? They don't like the big T-bone steak. Maybe because they don't eat meat. Oh no,
they don't eat pork.
Yeah,
that's right. They do eat lamb
and beef.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. The people in
Abu Dhabi
do. Joe, that was good. Abu Dhabi do. All right. Shall we continue?
Yeah, what was the thing I was going to say?
I don't know.
Relationships, yes.
Yeah.
It's how feeling like how great you are in relationship, like you were saying, that's the end sort of thing. And it's not just the personal, intimate, sexual, because really when we think about, we're good in all relationships, you know what I mean? How satisfying they are, how fulfilling they are for us and stuff like that. That's your end. Yeah.
Would you believe people have actually asked me about relationship advice? You know why? I find it fascinating that single people that can't get someone to call them back give out relationship advice, right? It's like, you know what? So, my special person blocked me, wants nothing to do with me, but I'm doing relationship coaching. It's like,
yeah,
that's a little weird to me, right? So, by the way, you could imagine someone asking you for advice. Look, like,
yeah, that's a goodie, actually.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Cool.
Boom.
Excellent, Fernando. Thank you.
Fernando.
Wow, this one's a long one coming up. Then this one's from Anna.
I'm going to be doing some interrupting on you.
I'm sure.
That's right.
I can't find the right scene. ... My problem is that I don't find the right scene for my manifestation. My dream is to quit my job and live a free life with my husband. I want that I can afford not to go to work. I want to be rich enough to stay home. My scene is like that. I'm sitting on the sofa with my husband at home and I say to him, we are free from work forever. I also say We have 10 million euros in our bank account, and we look together at the bank account.
Okay, quick question, Victoria, right? Number one.
Yes.
Have I... What is our bank balance?
I don't know.
All right. Why would you?
No,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah, but do you know that we have enough money to do whatever we want to do?
I know
right
everything's met.
now? Yeah,
Yes.
everything's met. We're doing all right. We got plenty of money, right? We got to pay taxes next month to the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, no big deal. You got it?
Yeah.
This is real reaction time,
Yeah.
right? So I've every now and then I'll say, Victoria, how much money you got in your account? That way I know how much to transfer. Like if I'm in, and she'll tell me, right? And she'll go, oh, I have nothing. Right, Victoria. Yeah, bring it over. Don't try that shit with me.
But I certainly don't sit back on the couch and go, hey, honey, to you, we are free from work forever.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Odds are neither one of us will ever get a job again, right? She's sort of fallen in love with, like, dicking around and playing in the garden and doing things that she likes to do. I mean, like, she edits the video, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and we do the show, right? We process things. We have a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
So it's not about not going back to work forever, yeah, or ever. It's about, we get to play for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, have fun.
Right?
Yeah.
So continue, Victoria.
Okay.
I'm
feel the
sorry. Mark Dockery's trying to get into his MySpace page. Wow.
Must be. I
MySpace.
still can't get into MySpace.
I don't know what this
was
is
for
all.
teenagers.
It was, well, back,
Maybe
it
not.
came out when we were teenagers.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
That's right.
Okay.
Continue, Victoria.
Right. I feel the freedom in my mind, heart, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for these millions too. That's the 10 million euros in the bank. This scene is some kind of reflection of our new life, where we are sitting on a sofa instead of working. I want that scene to be like normal life, not like drinking champagne on a yacht. This scene isn't working, and I don't know why. I've been making this scene for 2 years, and I don't know what to do. I'm very stressed about this situation. Could you please give me some advice? Please tell me, how should I change the scene, and what kind of scene I should create?
Cool. If you've been doing a scene for 2 years, that tells me you probably got one big wish, right? You sort of got that already. But this is where I'd focus on. So my typical day, it all begins with my coffee, my ass, my Ames chair, your emails, traffic, right? So I wake up in the morning, okay, coffee, Ames chair, traffic, your emails. This is one of them, right? So boom, got it? The reason I mention that is because what I want is control of my time. So I'm up bright and early because that's when I wake up. Hit everything, nice and fun. It's when you make it about your day, you get that the numbers. I know nobody that can feel a number real. I feel number 7. It's purple and fuzzy. For you guys that are synesthetics, it's a purple fuzzy 7, right?
Moving.
It's glittery and shit.
Yeah.
Right? What do you really want in your day? If you don't know, we'll be addressing some of this later. Chunk big. What's one sip of coffee like? Knowing that, you know what, you get to do what you want to do today again. Right? Victoria's already talking this morning. She said something like, hey, before you go out to the pool, right? The pool's about, it's my little portable disposable hot tub, right? They say it's portable. She says disposable.
Yes.
Right? I'm not thrilled with that second word because I like it. But it's like, you know what I do? I play all day. Right? And you don't have to imagine a full day. You just have to what would the things that be different in your life if you made great money, if you had great money while you did what you love? Right? For me, it's sitting in that Ames chair, my coffee, listening to her have a giggle while she looks at something, it's like, what are you laughing about? Nothing. It's like, all right, I'll find out later. So that's where I'd play. And give life to a hell of a lot of buns, because if you're waiting for the money before you can have your wishes come true, you've made a false god. And anytime you make a false god, that's a choke point. So if it's like, you know what? This is what imagine up your day. There's the whole thing. So this is why we do dreamdrivenday.com. But Anything else you want to add into there, Victoria? Or is there any
No,
more?
that's ace.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's really good.
Cool.
Thank you, Anna.
Thanks, Anna. Boom. Triple D Mary. Boom. MM. Look at that.
Right. The next question's from Charles on Facebook. Nighttime recordings.
Hoo-ha.
2020, I have a question for you. What are your thoughts of doing a voice record of one's voice and through verbal description of what joys and thrills that one wants to place in one's life? How long would the recording be? This is as right as I'm going to sleep. Much thanks. Cheers. And how do I get the package for manifesting money? Cheers and all the best.
Cool. So, God, you don't need a recording. So let's say you're making, I don't know what your specific wish is, but let's say you want to double your income and work half the time, right? You didn't need a recording to get to where you are now. You imagined something. You accepted it as real. So I was just chatting with Mark, who was in Dream Driven Dave. We were having a private chat yesterday. Oh, it'll be a public chat soon.
Yeah.
But I mentioned how I was stuck in the rut of making $7 an hour, right? So I was a part-time cop, 3 departments. My average wage was about $7 an hour. And I was struggling, man. I mean, it was hard to get by in the 80s making that much money. So I got frustrated. I'm trying to get a state job, and it's like, right, well, if I can't get directly into the state police or liquor control enforcement, and so on, then I'll do corrections for a while. That'll be easy enough, right? So I get into the Department of Corrections, and wouldn't you know, they went from paying us the going rate was like $10.50 or $11.25 for a rookie. Right? That's what it was marketed as when I applied. And when I went in and passed all the tests, they said, hey, we got bad news for you. Your union negotiated your wage down so other people could get a raise. Rookies make $7.75 an hour. And it's like, fuck, man. But I was in the state of living at $7.75 an hour. That's what I accepted. And all I had to do was change that. So as time went on, I decided, I'm worth $40 an hour. I'm worth $100 an hour. I'm worth a fuck ton more than that now. Right? And that's the fun thing, because Mark says record it on vinyl and it'll eventually skip. So the record stuck. So that's I bring all that up because you imagine something to get to where you are. All you got to do is imagine something different to get to where you want to go. Right? Imagine what implies your wish has been fulfilled, and there. And the last question, I'm not sure what money pack you're referencing. If you ordered it and didn't get it, let me know. But if you're trying to order something...
manifesting money, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because we got a couple different ones there. Triple D, Angela, top of the morning is here.
Cool, Andy.
So, boom.
Okay, excellent. Okay, Charles, reach out to 20 about the manifesting money pack. Okay.
Yep, cool. Or order it if you haven't. I'm not sure.
Yes.
So, that's right.
The next question's from Bobby on Facebook.
Bobby.
Sexual energy manifesting.
Hoo-ha.
Can you use sexual energy to speed up your manifesting?
No. Right? And I know someone's going to ruffle their feathers about this, but here's the thing, right? You didn't need sexual energy to ask me the question. You don't need it to watch the show, right? Yeah. Neville says you can do nothing to aid in it.
Yes.
Right? You can do nothing to speed it up.
Yes.
Because if you're imagining, well, it's going slow because I don't have a fucking Woody, then it's like, yeah, let's be honest, right? Oh, no, maybe it's slow because I have one. I'm not channeling the energy. So do I channel the energy by having it, or do I channel the energy by
letting it drop?
It's like, which way does it go,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
right.
I'm the kind of guy, I'm into things are going up,
Looking
right?
up.
Things
Yeah.
are looking up, right? So,
Yes.
boom. So here's what I want you to do. Can you play with sexual energy? Sure. I mean, you can play with tonality. I mean, you can do all sorts of fun things, right? But at the end of the day, what matters is, have you assumed the state of your wish fulfilled? If you have, you won't be going, can I speed it up by making a recording, using what for your vision board? Everybody, I want to know, all right? What do you use for your vision board? What's faster, super glue, right, or Gorilla Tape?
Super glue.
Super glue.
Not goo.
Yeah, you'll use super glue or Gorilla Tape. So what works better for your vision board? Right? Neither. Right? It's dumb shit. Right? So what was the question?
It was about using sexual energy
Yeah,
to speed up your manifesting.
absolutely. I love sexual energy. Do I love sexual energy? I do, right? I'm a guy, right? Boom, right?
Yeah.
I eat 12 almonds 3 times a day. It's a protocol, right? Just for good fun. But the whole thing of like, yeah, no, right? You don't need sexual energy to manifest faster, right? And again, feel free to argue with me on it. I mean, that'd be good fun. Because if somebody's going, I'm going to argue with you, okay, you're going to have to get it really, really good to argue with me. Like, you're going to have to use a lot of sexual energy to convince me. All right, that was fun. No FAP has left the chat.
I don't know. That's a lot of stuff going on. Right, so that was from Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. The next question's from Enrique on Facebook. What about conflicting desires?
I call him Henrik. Henrik!
I call him Enrique.
Henrik!
Henrik, whatever. Sorry, not whatever for you, because that's rude.
Yeah, how do you say it? Yeah.
What about conflicting desires? I want to be single and I want to be in a relationship.
Cool. I want to eat lunch. I want to eat dinner. Right? Yeah. So here's the thing, right? So some people, I really want to be in a relationship. I can't stand being single. I says, oh, that sounds like hell. Right? Just pick anyone, right? Mail order one up. That'll work for you. Yeah. On the other hand, I'm being single. I'm sick of the women's old gold diggers. Everyone type gold diggers, right? Chris, triple D, boom, triple D, and Mark. What about stapling it?
I know. I'm not even going to look to what that was.
It'll be interesting comments today, right? But here's the thing. What was the thing? What's the question?
Oh, maybe instead of super glue or gorilla
oh,
tape.
okay, could be. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, I'll go there.
We're gonna assume you guys are talking about. Yeah. Anyway, so yes. Henrik, conflicting desires aren't possible. Right? What do you desire now? That might be the thing, right? And it's probably not something as simple as married or single. But if you're trying to figure it out, it's a head thing. What do you hunger for? What do you hunger for today? Give life to that. What do you hunger for now? Right? See, it's almost like a podcast or show, right? Conflicting desires.
Yeah, right.
I do both. Right, I did one in the hot tub this morning. I'm doing this one here right now with her. So, boom.
Cool.
That's what I'd say. So,
sweet.
Have fun.
Thank you, Enrique.
Remember, Henrik.
Henrik.
That's right.
Yes.
Boom.
Thank you.
Oh, it's Bruce.
Oh, it's Brucey boy.
Hi, Bruce. What have you been up to?
Hello, Brucey boy.
All right.
Okay.
So,
the next question's from Cassidy in Manifesting Mastery.
Hello, Cassidy.
Implies your wish fulfilled. Hi, T and V. When intending from a segment and collapsing to a point.
Those are from Manifesting Mastery.
Yeah. After I feel the scene's naturalness, does the point I've collapsed to hold the implication of the entire scene? I'd like to know if I'm wavering. Should I keep intending from the segment and collapsing to a point, or will revisiting that point do the business?
Sounds complicated.
Yeah.
Cool. My guess is you're probably getting something confused about the wish and what implies the wish has been fulfilled. So I imagine being a citizen of Australia, right? So I show up and I come into Australia using my visitor visa because I was an American at the time. And long story short, I imagine being a citizen of Australia. I'm imagining voting while I'm being detained by immigration because I was coming in and out for like a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
And they said, listen, Buckwheat, right?
You were up in Sydney. It was awful.
Yeah. Nobody visits Australia for a year and a half. What are you really up to? And I said, so we had a conversation.
Yes.
But during the conversation, I was imagining being a citizen of Australia, right? And to do that, I imagined voting. Right? And so here's the thing, right? So what is it, 4 years, 5 years ago, something like that? Anyway, many moons ago, I became a citizen of Australia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Took the oath, had a lot of fun. The Maxwells came there. Somebody type in Maxwells. Right? And so it was a lot of fun. Right? They had excellent sausages. I mean, were the sausages good?
They were ace.
I think you like the Lamingtons. I don't
in
even
fact,
know what a
for the
Lamington is.
Dream-Driven Days, well, even for people that are not in Dream-Driven Day, if you go to dreamdrivenday.com, the photo at the very bottom of 20 and I,
that's from Citizen Day.
That's Citizen Day.
Right?
Yeah.
So I imagine being a citizen. to do that, I imagined voting. I think it was a year and a half, close to 2 years before I got to vote, right? Not that I minded not voting. I could give a shit, right? And I voted for the Pirate Party.
Yes.
Who else?
You were going to vote for the Sex Party.
Yeah, but they changed the
didn't.
name, right? So I couldn't figure out which ones they were.
I can't remember.
But
there was one to do with animal, the animal one that you thought, because it was for, I love my dog. And then you found out later it's for vegans.
Yeah, it's like,
it's like what?
I'm for the people of eating of tasty animals. Right, Bruce? So are you. So here's the thing, guys. After that long ramble,
yes,
it took 2 years for me to experience what the scene implied. Right? I'm sorry, to experience the scene.
Yes, I was going to say
the implication happened, and 2 years later I got the... So when I hear the question, I wonder, is the wish what you're imagining versus what implies the wish? Because what implies the wish, for me, is an actual pain in the ass. Right? I'm not into voting. If they had a thing where we had to go vote now, I probably wouldn't. I'd tell them, just send me the fucking fine, because I don't want to go where all these fucking loogie people are. Right? If they can't afford to stay at home and they're going voting, they're probably out doing dumb shit, so I'm not going there. Right? But you get my attitude?
Yeah.
Right? So I would just notice, if you're trying to make sure that you get everything that's in your scene, you're probably imagining your wish versus what would imply your wish has been fulfilled. Again, I could give a shit if I ever vote. Right? Or vote for the sex party. I'm imagining clicking off sex party. Right? But it wasn't on the ballot. Got it? So if you're imagining your wish fulfilled, your wish, it gets a little complicated, which I think is what you're doing, versus and what implies your wish fulfilled. Yep, voted, done, right? That fast.
One thing I was going to say, I mean, I remember I loved Collapsing to a Point when it was in MM, but I must admit that was like 6 years ago, or however long ago. But for the Collapsing to a Point, just because she said, does the point I've collapsed to hold the implication of the entire scene? For me, was the Collapsing to a Point that click of the cottage door?
Yep.
I thought it was. So for me, just as well, Cassidy, that I knew what I wanted. Like, I wanted the cottage complete so that it was, restored, basically, because it was falling down. But my scene ended up being, which was almost like Collapsing to a Point, that
the
click of the cottage door, that meant it all for me.
And you needed no detail about
no
the cottage.
detail at all. Yeah.
So eventually just knowing the cottage was done was the thing.
Yeah.
So the click, knowing it's done.
Yeah.
Cool. Scene versus setting. You got it, Tony. And we've got those really good videos. If you go to feelitrealfun.com, check them out there. The scene creation videos. There's a whole playlist. But really, really good. So alpha action, scene creation, something like that.
That's what that is, I think. That scene versus setting. Yeah. Thanks loads, Tony. That's good.
Boom. Somebody's paying attention.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tony is. Yeah.
Triple D, Tony. Boom. So is Virginia.
Thank you, Cassidy.
Boom.
The next question's from Dream Driven Day, Anula. Imagining lovingly for others? When imagining lovingly for people who seemingly have hurt or upset you, is it acceptable to just see them laugh and smile and say no words? Just be okay with them being happy?
Cool. So when I was a young child, Denise Corley used to pick on me and she used to laugh and smile. So... yeah, you all get the joke in a way, right? So if I'm just imagining Denise laughing and smiling, right, I might as well just take that sexual energy and channel it towards speeding up my manifestations, right? On the other hand, right? So, and we're going to tie this in with a couple answers here. So, imagining lovingly for others, of course, I can imagine them happy. But I'm happy they're happy. I was never happy that Denise was happy when I was a young man. But let's tie this in with the next one. Victoria,
okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, got it. Cool. Thank you, Anola.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet, but
right.
I've got to do too. The next question is from Lene in Manifesting Mastery. Imagining loving for others too. Oh, cool. We got 2 in a row. Why does imagining lovingly for people I can't stand. It feels so hard, like I don't want to do it. I piss myself off with this one, but I really don't want to imagine lovingly for someone I see on my shit list. It's a short list, but I have one. I'll keep off it. Okay.
Cool. So I find it easy to imagine lovingly for crackhead Jimmy, because I don't like hang out with crackhead Jimmy, right? He doesn't come over to the house. So there's a couple things here. One, anyone can fall into a shit state. So that makes it easy for me to imagine lovingly for anyone, because it's like, yeah, they're being a dick. That's all right, right? I've been a dick before. Okay, if you've ever noticed me being a dick, type in being a dick. Or if you've ever been a dick, type in being a dick, right? We've all been there.
Yeah.
But really getting, you're lifting them up. If you want to keep them being a dick and have them suffer, imagine them being a double dick, right? And if they reject that, you get to become one, right? How cool is that? So, yeah, here's the thing. So you imagine lovingly for them, lift them up, and cool. If they accept the blessing, cool. If they don't accept the blessing, cool. Either way, you're blessed, right? But if you like imagine, like, how do I imagine lovingly for that dick? Right? The first thing that you're imagining is that they're,
Dick.
yeah, that's right, dick, right? Yeah, crackhead Jimmy. So cool.
Yeah.
Now let's continue, because we got.
There's even more.
There's more.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Adelia in manifesting mastery. Sorry. Imagining lovingly for others continues.
Whoa! We had a triple one here. This is so
Wow.
cool.
Yes, I'm having trouble with this one also. I'm also using the toolbox with this all the time. So my question is this. Isn't just the act of forgiving them be the lovingly thing to do, and the rest would follow? These two arseholes, sorry, are my triggers. Oh, yes, okay.
All right, cool. So first you get to imagine them assholes, right? Yeah, I love when people tell me, and I get this way more than once, I'm trying to imagine lovingly for that asshole Trump. It's like, yeah, why? Right? Well, because he's wrecking the world. Okay, let me get this right. First, you're imagining he's an asshole. Second, you're imagining he's wrecking the world. Third, now you're trying to imagine lovingly. So you got two shit imaginings trying to counter one good imagining. I have conflicting desires, being single, being married. It just gets, it's whack. Yeah. Versus like, right, love Trump, hate Trump. Guess what? He's in a state. Cool. Next. Right? You want to lift someone up? Imagine lovingly for him. Right? If you want to lift them up so they don't fuck over the world, you're the one imagining the world's fucked.
Yeah.
Got it? You get to stop that. This is where the fun thing is, because when you get, anyone can fall into any state at any time. Right? Neville's son imagined himself in the Guadalcanal. Right? He just became obsessed with it. And next thing you know, there he goes, shipping out. Not a good decision. Right? On the other hand, Neville imagined being home. Yeah. Right? Neville lifted himself up and went home. Right? If you really believe, you can't help but lift people up. Right? Now, that doesn't mean you expose themselves to them. Again, crackhead Jimmy comes over and says, I'm taking your computer. Right, I don't have a gun anymore, but I'll double tap him between the eyes with my stick. Right?
Yeah.
Right? That zero tolerance policy. But I can imagine lovingly for him. Right? Imagine he's doing great. Clean, sober, discovering this shit, whatever. But just lift him up. Right? Always lift him up. Why not? Doesn't cost nothing. Doesn't cost nothing. No. We've got these lovely people we get food from once in a while. And I always imagine lovingly for them, because they're just lovely people. And we get lovely food from them. Right? Of course I imagine her yumming stuff. But why ever imagine something that brings you down? Right? So if you imagine that they're a dick, cool. Again, I'll call crackhead Jimmy what he is, crackhead Jimmy. Right? But I also lift him up. Got it? Boom. And if he's clean for 10 years or whatever, I'll probably still call him, yo, crackhead Jimmy. Right? Y'all know that. Yeah. All right. So that was fun.
There was.
Did we tie them all together, you think?
I think we have. I was thinking, Lene, maybe, you don't have a shit list anymore.
Boom. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't have a shit list. I mean, there's some people that bother me, right? It's like, yep. But here's the thing. So a fella comes to mind and just go, yep, he's, whatever. He's stuck in his game right now. Lift him up, right? No judgment. Just lift him up, stuck in his dumb shit, lift him up. Right? At some point, he'll accept the blessing, right? And then is lift him up. Boom. So,
Cool.
Adelia, lift them up, the rest will follow. You got it. Boom. Tamika's going to watch the refund.
Cool,
Yo,
Tamika.
triple D, double T, Tamika.
Triple D, double T, Tamika. Okay.
All right.
Sweet. So thank you all, you guys, because I don't know how I'm going to put them all as shorts. It might be one big short.
I think
in fact,
one big
actually.
short will be the way
So
to
I'm
go.
going to thank you all together. We've got Anula, Lene, and Adelia, all on Imagining Lovingly.
Hey, bonus points if y'all imagine for each other lovingly getting this.
Yes,
Right?
very nice.
Right?
That's a goodie.
See here's the Me Too Club bullshit. Me Too, we're all fucking stuck. Right? So, yeah, we got a club, we're all stuck. See, that's my friend, she's stuck too. Right? My doggy's stuck, he's got anger issues, right? He's a dick. Right? Of course my dog's a dick because I'm a dick.
Yeah.
Right? But on the other hand, if you ever find yourself in a Me Too Club, y'all go, right, let's play a game called Lift Each Other Up. Right? Oh, it's like that bereavement group I went to. Yeah, right. Ever I tell you about that?
Bereavement.
This a friend of mine. She was a psychologist, and she had me go visit a bereavement group. Right, you know, where when someone dies, and you get together with people who have other people that died, and they do it for like 5, 10, 15 years. They get that's Bob. His wife died 15 years ago. Oh, there's Jimmy. His wife died 7 years ago. Oh, there's Bertha. She's been through a couple dead husbands since she's been here.
God.
And so I go in there, and there's like 15 people in this bereavement group. Right. And they want me to give a talk on how to deal with bereavement. Right? So like, oh, this will be great fun. So I went in there and I worked my magic. I gave them a talking to, I imagined lovingly, and I found out like 3 months later the group broke up. Like we couldn't see a point.
Anymore.
Yeah, we couldn't sit around and talk about how sad it is anymore, right? No kidding, right?
Cool.
So that was good fun. Like, they didn't invite me back to talk anymore because they didn't meet anymore. So
Cool.
yeah, I tend to do that to people.
Okay, and
All
we've
right.
actually got one last question. Noticed a few of you have already put up your strawberry bits, which is fantastic.
All right,
We'll do this one question. It's from Dream Driven Day Jake.
yo,
General to specific.
right. I shortened it a little bit, Jake.
I know generally what or who I want to be, but I don't really know how to define those general ideals into specifically what I want. Something that I can really sink my teeth into
Cool.
being.
You don't have to. So let's say I gave rise to a state of psychologically unemployable. Right? I just thought this will be fun. Right? I am psychologically unemployable. So it's
Well, it could have you committed, though. That's the problem with that state. But yeah, keep going.
So I started with that one, right?
Yes.
I am psychologically unemployable. What would my day be like if I was psychologically unemployable? I'd have a real funny name. Let's start there, right? I'd take a nap every afternoon.
Yes.
Right?
Can't do that at work.
Yep. When people are in traffic, I'm already starting on some whiskey.
Yeah.
So I just sort of imagine it my day a little bit. All right, psychologically unemployable. Right? And so then we chunk down a little bit. I love business. I love systems. I love strategies. I love designing businesses. I love projects. All right. Entrepreneur. Right? So psychologically unemployable.
To entrepreneur.
Right? Psychologically unemployable to entrepreneur. Right?
Right.
It's like, right. Feels good. Now what? It's like, well, I love communication, love marketing, love teaching, love this stuff. If I could only teach one thing, what would I teach? This stuff. All right. So now, got this going on. Got it? And it sort of naturally chunks down. Once I nail a chunk, the next chunk starts to nail itself. And then the next chunk starts to nail itself. And now, to get really specific, in a typical morning, I'm out in the portable disposable hot tub, having a good time. It's like time to do a podcast. All right? So that chunk's down even smaller. Time for a podcast. Time for a show. Time to dick around on Facebook. Time to do some emails. Right?
Yeah.
Got it? And boom. And now I've adopted this new thing. Like after like 6 o'clock in the evening, it's time to tell everyone to go the fuck away. Right? Like, unless it's something important, I don't reply until the next morning. Right?
That's right. You have done that.
And it's been a godsend to me. Right?
Good.
So, boom. So, Mark says, if psychologically unemployable, if I were psychologically unemployable, I would qualify for disability. Es posible para usted. That's Mexican for you guys that don't know. All right.
I know.
So, Victoria, anything you want to toss in?
No, I reckon that was 8. I now want to say, tell us your strawberry bits for all those people who haven't yet.
All right,
Maybe
tell
if
us
you
your
want to put
strawberry
them in
bit.
again.
What was your strawberry bit, Victoria?
My strawberry bit was... I just loved all the imagining lovingly for others. Sorry, with all the shit list. But, yeah, I loved how you put it. And I can't remember now. Oh. Anyway, it was about you just have to imagine them happy. It doesn't mean you're inviting them around for a drink or something. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. It's like, yeah, I just want to say, I want them off my shit list.
Yep.
I want just want to see them happy. So yeah, and the most important in a way is that it's just a state. It's just a state they've fallen into.
Yep.
Yeah, they've fallen into the asshole state.
Yep.
So yeah.
If someone's in a dick state, I do not let them walk on me. Right? I mean, you can imagine that. Not going to happen. Right? We were. Yeah, I'll skip that one. But I'll imagine lovingly. Right? Yeah, and that's really important. I used to break up fights this way. Right? So back when in the old country, we'd go out to the bar and you have two people throwing down on each other. First thing I do is position myself where I'm protecting the people I'm with. Right? I'm very capable. Second thing I do is I imagine lovingly. I can watch these two guys ready to throw down on each other. You mother, yeah. And then it's like, but nobody moves. Right? And sooner or later, it's like, fuck it, let's go get a beer. Right? So I'm imagining lovingly for the two guys. Right?
Yeah, right.
You get it? I've already positioned myself so I protect her. Right? And so on. But I'm imagining lovingly for them, and 9 times out of 10, they'd just sort of both settle down and go, fuck it, Joe, let's get a beer. All right, that'd be fun. Right? Boom.
Yeah.
And so on. So play all the time, gang. Jake says, cool, thanks. I don't have to find a specific, just nail the big chunk and chunk down.
Yeah.
Boom, you got it. And you mentioned the anxiety eliminator with the I don't know zone bit. That is such gold for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't need to know the next chunk down.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the beautiful thing. Because I've discovered that I love doing podcasts in the morning. Doing a show in the dark from the hot tub would suck. Right? But I love doing a podcast in the morning. Right?
Yeah.
So there's the thing. You get to find the specifics as you chunk down naturally. So, boom. Thanks for asking.
Okay. What was your strawberry bit?
My strawberry bit, I loved how the 3 came together, because when I saw the questions coming in, it's like, oh, this is good.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we can...
Yeah.
So, that and, super goo. I love super goo.
Glue your willy to the vision board, says Mark. We didn't say that,
yeah, we didn't say that.
That must have come up in
somebody said that. Right,
okay. Is that what the stapler was for?
Don't want to know.
Okay.
Anyway.
Meanwhile...
FreeNeville.com.
Go to FreeNeville.com.
221 email list pseudo random goodness.
Yeah. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Half a donut. Here's what I want you to do. You guys that aren't in Manifesting Mastery yet, go out and buy a donut and cut it in half. And realize that's what you got to give up a day to change your life. Right? And if you decide, you know what, fuck it, 20, I'm just going to go on a donut diet, donut. It's like, take photos and put a photo of your donut a day up on Facebook.
That's a good... Maybe I should do that just for a little while, just to help the cause. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you couldn't stop at half a donut a day.
No, I know.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
And for refunds, go to our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Feel it real fun.
Feel it real fun.
That's it takes us back to that whole sexual energy for manifesting.
Well, no, it's Pasadena. What's that one?
Oh, funky.
Yeah, that one. Dina.
Boom. All right.
See you guys.
Love you guys. Catch you later.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have a yummy lunch today. We're gonna have